Welcome back to the Texas music scene, y'all. Here's a little tip. If you dig rock, country, soul, and thought-provoking lyrics, then our next band is what you're looking for. The Light is a highly anticipated album from Uncle Lucius out of Austin, Texas. This pivotal project is the subject of this week's Backstage Pass. So let's get backstage now.
But how we're different will never mean as much as how we're kin. You may call it high treason, but I'm still calling for the age of reason.
I guess I can begin by saying that we're thankful for our grassroots fans. The last album that we put out in 2012, we put out through a label. You get money to pay for it, but you have to get their approval on so many things. The music that we created, we had say on, but the way that we did it, we had to do it pretty fast, and just all those things we didn't have total say, if you will.
I guess I would just say in general, there's going to be layers in between the artist and the audience. There have to be, some sort of in between. And with the labels, it seems like those layers become a bit like barriers. Whereas if you do it through the crowdsourcing, those same layers that connect, it just seems very, I don't know what the word is, very organic and very, it's the opposite of a barrier. It's a bridge. It seems more synergy.
Where's the light? Where does the light come from? Where's the light? Where does the light come from?
The Light was a song that I wrote kind of questioning where does the light come from, and realizing that it's inside and that it's not separate, and that you have to go inside yourself and face your fears, question your conditioning and your actions. Are they reactions? Are they intentional? It's kind of a mantra for me in the mirror, but it's also to society itself. I don't know, it just kind of organically happened. Even the cover of the album, we were looking for titles of the album, and we weren't going to go with any of the song titles. One of the working titles was The Journey itself. It didn't end up being it, but I searched online artwork, The Journey, or The Journey itself, and looked through images over and over, and then found this piece of art from a lady in the UK. The name of the piece of art was Journey to the Light. And then we had a song called The Light, and then when we recorded in the studio, we knew right away that's gonna be the first track, because the way that it hits, the way it starts, and then it comes in, and so it kind of happened by itself, like everything else in this band has.
And I'm riding morning star to live Chicago. He's headed down to Asheville, Carolina, via Ohio. They got a ridge for season climbing and a ridge of mountains blue. And he's gonna spend his golden years taking in the view.
George Reef, he's a Zen master and a groove master. He's gonna make sure that every song on the album has a good groove and it's solid. He cares about the whole project, not just putting out a collection of songs, but making a piece of art collectively throughout the album that you can listen to.
I think he helped us to kind of stretch it, like that envelope just a little bit further too, and really get the most out of all of us that he could. It was pretty cool, man. I don't know how he did it. It's amazing.
Believe in the light, help you get right, help you decide which side you're on.
He specifically did that. I think it was done on the right. He took us way to the other end of the spectrum.
We went to Black Sabbath and Big Star. And then, we started with Buck Owens, went to Black Sabbath and Big Star, and came back to what we got on the record.
I ain't passing judgment. I don't own the right. I don't own the right.
You want to have on the record at the end of 118 I'm pretty proud of it. Just because I've never been able to do this before, to my recollection. I played rhythm guitar, and then we had another lead guitar player come in, and it was all cut live, man. And it took maybe 6 or 7 takes, but everything was cut live. It was awesome. The only thing that wasn't cut live was the vocals. I had to go back and cut those, but I thought that was pretty cool, man. I hadn't done that yet,
Well, the Rio Grande means free, and the coyote sings at the end of 118.
With the team that we had, the engineer and the studio and the producer, we were able to capture more moments in the studio and put them on tape. Because it's not so special when it's just song after song, playing the parts right and everything. It's like, you gotta have some mistakes in there.
You may call it high treason, but I'm still calling for the age of reason. The age of reason.